I saw an old interview with Deion Sanders. I think he was on Dan Patrick's show, and he was asked who was a better athlete over him and Michael Jordan. I guess trying to talk about the multi-talented sports. He said, if we talking athlete, he said it's Bo Vincent Jackson, and I co-signed. I like where Prime went. Dion was saying that, hey, before there was Prime, there was Bo. Because when you talk about a guy who was great at his sport, not a guy who played at sports, but a guy that was great, there is a difference. That's like the equivalent to someone who can multitask on a high level. You know, there's a big difference between saying that you can create movies and music and then actually pulling them off, like Charlie Chaplin was able to do. For instance, very few people are able to understand the differences in those forms of creation and to make it, where you're credible, not where you just happen to do it where it's all attached. Bo Jackson, before he got hurt, was an incredible running back for the Raiders and an incredible baseball player for the Kansas City Royals. I mean, I watched Bo, and it really was Bo knows. Bo was on his own level. As big as Jordan was and what Deion Sanders became, they weren't Bo. Bo had the goods. I mean, he was electrifying. You know, he did the thing. I don't know what's more, him running through Brian Bosworth pretty much ending his career or ending that baseball bat when he broke it in half with his knees. I was like, this guy was amazing. I mean, his skills and his attention to details, he was really, truly an incredible athlete. But I like how Deion Sanders corrected Dan Patrick. See, because often than not, they want to sell a corporate narrative based on trying to sell agenda. And very few people tell the facts. The facts is Bo Jackson was that dude. And I like how he said that. He said Jordan is just like me. He couldn't hit the curveball. And he laughed and said it. Well, Dion did play on the professional level as a baseball player. Jordan in double A was kind of like about in that Tim Tebow range, when somebody that is trying to do something they really not really, they kind of got picked up. They could do it to an extent, but they were never going to be triple A, let alone major league level. That's what that was basically. But Dion did play in the World Series for Atlanta, if you remember, and he had a baseball career, and he was pretty good. Of course, we know about him in the NFL. He's one of the 5 to 10 greatest players ever. So that he was incredible and won, and he was great in college. But the thing is, Bo Jackson was a guy that's the woulda, coulda, shoulda. That is the one that you sit there and you think, wow, if this guy stays healthy, you know, there's no telling where the heights would have been, what it would have ensued, and how it would have all played out. Because he really had the goods. He was really on another level, and it was just amazing to have been there, to have witnessed the greatness of him and the depths of him and the magnitude of him was just he was something else. So that's where I stand with that. I mean, when I talk about it, but I'm glad that Deion Sanders corrected him and say, hey, don't forget about Bo Vincent Jackson. Because often than not, it's not fashionable to talk about Bo. It's not fashionable to give him his due. And again, that's an insult to why I just don't understand because Bo was the truth. He was one of the baddest talents I've ever seen and was so. But anyway, tell me what you think and what's your criteria for greatest athlete? And like Deion Sanders said, he said you gotta be able to be multiple and as an athlete to have that honor to say that you're a great athlete, not just as a player for a team or a situation. So please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Please hit subscribe, hit that membership because when you do request videos you make, I bring them forth to you. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay well, stay woke, stay true. And, again, look out for yourself with this because there's some great historical implications involved. All right, I'm out one time. Peace.